Beth Castellini with Lizzy Stamps. Today I'm going to show you how to put these cards together. This is the October 2025 paper pumpkin, and it's called Cozy Christmas. It's adorable. I've put 2 of each of the designs already, but I'm going to make the last one, the third one, with you all. So this is a monthly subscription that you can get in your mailbox. You can decide if you want the box for each month by the 10th of the month before. So for this one, we had to say, yes, we want this. Or I have a monthly subscription anyway, but you can opt out if you don't like the box that's coming, which is so nice. So you're not going to be penalized if you miss a month. But the 10th of each month, you need to decide if you would like the kit. You'll be able to see pictures of the kit for the next month. So this is an easy way to craft on the go or get together with other people. It's really fun. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to be making this card first, as you can see. And we are going to, it tells you everything, step-by-step directions. And I'm going to show you how you do that. So what I like to do when I'm putting these cards together is I like to take all the pieces for each card and put it in here. So I can throw away all the rest of the components except for what I need for each card. And then I just slip them in. So it's for easy access, okay? I just want to show you a little bit about the directions. So here, what it tells you, this is our stamping spot. You're going to be stamping the Merry Christmas. And then it tells you, this is the tear and tape, and it tells you need 3 strips. And then you've got the dimensionals, and these are the glue dots. It tells you each component what you need. Then it tells you exactly how to put it together. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to put the instructions to the side. I'm going to get out all my components. This is going to be what I'm going to stamp the Merry Christmas on. These are the 3 components of the tree and the star. And then here is the layer that you're going to be gluing on. So I like to use a bone folder, okay? And this flattens the card just a little bit more because the cards do come like this, and then you crease it in the middle. It already has the score line. So that's a nice added tool that you can have. And then we're going to start, well, first of all, let's stamp first, and then we'll go ahead and glue our components. So here we have the sentiment, and it's going to say, or the sentiment is going to be on. And so what I'm going to do is take my Merry Christmas, which is right here, and I'm going to line it up. I'm just going to show you. I like to line it up on my glass mat. This glass mat is great. You can glue on it. You can cut on it. It's indestructible, and it's great because it has the ruler lines. So this is the paper pumpkin block. If you decide you want to subscribe, you receive this block in your first kit. And this is great because the block it's a lot of the stamp sets that you receive in the paper pumpkin match the block, or it's easy to use. So all I'm going to do is I've got the flat side up, and I've lined it up, and then I'm going to press down and lift up. There you go. So it's already on the block. It's sticky. I love our photopolymer, our clear photopolymer, because you get to see. And this one might be a little hard. Okay, so I need to open up my stamping spot, and I just take my paper snips and I just go across the edge of where the top and the bottom meet. And I go ahead and cut this one just down. You have to give it a little bit of force, and then you can open it up, okay? And these last a pretty long time, so they're nice. If you do not want, here is our full size of our classic stamping pad in pecan pie, but we are using the stamping spot today. So I'm gonna go ahead and stamp, press down. I like to do this because these are so small, and that way I can really see the coverage that I'm getting on the stamp. Okay, I'm going to close this up because we don't want inky fingers. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to have this way, and you're going to have the Merry Christmas, and it'll match right on top. So I'm just going to go ahead and stamp. Press down, don't wiggle, just press down and lift up, and there you go. Isn't that great? So this is what I use to clean. This is our Stampin' Chamois, and our chamois is great because look how dirty it gets, but it still cleans. You just wet these. It's a foam sponge. It's great. I keep it in a DVD case so it stays wet. And then I'm going to go ahead and just lay this. I'm going to lay the flat part down onto the plastic and put the film back over it so I protect the stamps. Okay, so that's that one. And then what I like to do, sometimes I just like to put this all together so it's ready for the next card. All right, so let's go ahead and put our components together. So here we have, first of all, we're going to glue everything. We're going to put all our glue and embellishments. First thing I want to do is I want to take my tear and tape, and I need 3 strips, okay? Here's the tear and tape that you get in the kit, and we are going to, and what it means by tear and tape, exactly what it does. So you're going to pull it, and I'm going to put 1 strip there, and I sort of just run my finger across it. Then I'm going to take another strip and put it in the middle. All right, and then another strip like that. Okay, so that part is ready. All right, so then let's do we're going to do our tree. So I need 3 glue dots and I need 3 dimensionals. And then here you see the same thing, what you need. These are the dimensionals. Then I need a dimensional on my star. And then on the Merry Christmas, I need a Stampin' Dimensional and I need a piece of our tear and tape. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to lay out all our pieces. I'm going to turn them over. I like to turn everything over so I know exactly what I need to do. I'm going to start with our glue dots. Here's another fun tool that I love to use, and this is our Take Your Pick tool. So when you receive your Take Your Pick tool, you get an end that's got putty on it. This is great for picking up embellishments, which is really nice to have. And then you have this side, and you'll notice that you can take it off, and there's a spatula. So you have the spatula, and this is your pokey tool. The pokey tool comes in handy, so this is what I'm going to show you. Okay, so the first thing we want to do, like I said, so I'm going to take my glue dots, and I'm picking it up with my pokey tool. Now this one wants to be difficult, of course. And then I'm going to lay one there, and another one there, and another one there. See, the pokey tool's really handy. It really helps. And then it'll take off the top part. So when you're ready to glue, okay, and one there, and one here. All right, so when we're ready to take the backings off, we'll use our pokey tool again. Then I'm going to use, you get a pack of dimensionals. These are double-sided dimensionals. And so I'm going to put some dimensionals on. I just lift them off, just like this. I'm going to put one right. I'm going to put one on the star. I'm going to put one there, and one here, one there. And then I need 2 more here and here. Okay, so now we're ready to adhere. Nope, I forgot one more thing. We need tear and tape. And we just need a little piece to go across here. Okay, so now we've got everything and we're ready to go. So we're going to put this layer on first. This is our layer that goes on, if you notice. So it tells you what to do. Put the layer on, and then you're going to put the 3 levels of the tree, then the star and the Merry Christmas. And then you notice there's 3 little red circles. Those are the embellishments, and it tells you to do 1 big one and 2 little ones. So this is what's so nice about this Take Your Pick tool. It's so easy. All I doing is lifting up the backing of the tape. Look how easy that is. You can use any kind of pokey tool. You can use the edge of your scissors as well. And then I'm going to layer this on to the card front. All right. Then I'm going to start with the bottom layer of the tree. And again, I'm using my pokey tool and I'm just going to pull off the backings of the glue dots. Okay. And then you can use your fingers or you can use your pokey tool to pick off the backings of the dimensionals. And then this one is going to go right here. And you sort of want to press down where the glue dots are. And then because each layer of the tree is going to lift up. So I love that. So you'll see, and this has this velvet. It's so pretty. Really, really pretty. Okay, so let's do the next layer. We're going to take our backing off. And then what I'm saying about using the pokey tool, you can use this to take the backing off, just like that. But I just find it easier just to use my fingernails. It goes a little quicker. And then we're going to layer it. And this gives you a guide. So you're going to add this layer above the points of this one and make sure that these sides are equal. Press down there. And then the last one. As you can see, these come together so quickly. So if you're in a hurry or if you're at the doctor's office waiting for an appointment or you're waiting in the line for your kids to get out of school, this is a great way to just sit and get some things done. All right, so now we have our tree. Then we're going to add our star, which I think is so pretty. I'm going to put the point of the star right above the point of the tree. Okay. And I just love that the layering of it. And then our last, we're going to add our Mary. All right, there we go. And I'm going to put it right about here. All right. Now our embellishments. Okay, so here we go. So I'm going to use my putty and it says that I need one big one and two little ones. I might just add two big ones and a little one. I haven't decided yet. So I'm just going to take I'm going to go ahead and take my, take your pick tool and it helps me lift off the embellishment, except this one wants to be a little difficult. I'm going to stick that behind there a little bit. And then I'm going to do a little one there. And then I'm going to take a big one and I'm going to put it right about there. All right. I like to do, like it shows, I like to do everything in threes. So that is that card. So that one comes together so quickly, which I love. Now let's go on to the next card. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and leave my mess there and we're going to get ready for the next one. Okay, this one is the Joy to the World card. So I'm going to get everything, like I said, everything I put together in here. And I just want to show you, we're going to stamp to the world on the joy part. Well, when we get, see, on this is the joy part of the card, but I'll show you when we do it. Okay, so I have all the components and then it shows you exactly where you need to put the tear and tape and your dimensionals and the glue dots. So let's go ahead and get this together. And then you've got your joy, your JOY that goes over, that layers it. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So the first thing I want to do, I want to stamp. I'm going to take all my components out. I know that this layer goes on there. And we're going to stamp. So here's the joy. And we're going to stamp to the world right here. So again, I'm going to get my to the world. I'm going to put it on and line it up and press down. There you go. And then again, I like to do it this way. There you go. Okay. And then we're going to stamp to the world. There you go. Okay. Again, I'm going to clean, put it away. So I'm ready for the next card. All right, so that's set. And now what we're going to do, it's a little crooked, but that's okay. It's a handmade card, right? Okay, so now it tells me to put everything, we're going to put all of the glues on now. So it tells me to put 3 strips right here of tear and tape. So tear and tape. As you can see, I just really love the simplicity of these cards. I'm really excited about this. I might have to buy more refills. You can buy more refills on my website, which is so fun. But it doesn't come with the stamps itself, but it comes with everything else that you need. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so we're going to take, this time we're going to go and I'm just going to pull off the backing. There we go. So this time, this card's going to go landscape-wise. So we're just going to go ahead and put that on. Okay, put that aside. Now, let's see. So we need to add the joy. So see the little pieces of tear and tape. So I'm just going to flip over. Oops. I'm going to flip over the J-O-Y. There we go. So I'm going to take my tear and tape. And I need a little strip right here, okay? And then I need 2 tiny, like really, well, that's actually too, I'm gonna tear that, made it a little too much, but then I can tear it, which is great if I have the piece too big. And then I'm going to take a little piece for the Y and put it here. Oops, that's okay, it's clear. You're not gonna see that. It went over the little bit, and then this little piece right here. Okay, so let's go ahead and put that on. So take my pick tool. This thing comes in so handy, so great. Okay. Oh, okay. All right, okay, so we're going to start with the J, and this just lines up very nicely. There you go. And then the O, there, very simple. I don't know what we would have done without tear and tape, to be honest with you. And then the O, all right. And then your Y, there, all right. And you'll notice it went over a little bit. I just push it down so you don't see it. And then there's the Y. Look at that. How cute is that? I love it. All right, now it tells me that on the joy, we're going to turn over the joy, and I'm going to need dimensionals. And then see these glue dots right there? That's what's going to hold these pieces. And I'm going to show you. So let's go ahead and put our dimensionals on first. Need one there, there. We need one here, there, and here. Okay, now our glue dots, we want to put one down here, and we want to put them, so on either side of the poinsettia. So we need one there, and we need one here. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and take everything off. And first of all, what else I can do is I also want to put dimensionals on these. So I need one here and there. Okay. All right. So we're going to start to, we're going to add the holly part. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and take my glue dot backings off, and we're going to go ahead and put that on. So this one is going to go, this one is going to go on this side. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and there, and that glue dot will hold that in place. And then this one is going to go this way, and we're going to line it up just about there. Okay, so look at that. And now we're ready to adhere it to the card. So I'm going to go ahead and take off my backings. Oops, make sure that's right. Wasn't on the glue dot. There you go. All right, and then we're going to adhere it. Look how easy that comes together. And it's so awesome. Look, these are like the velvet. If you've got this flipping up and you do not want that, you can take a glue dot. And I'm going to put it down here and pick off the backing. And then I can just, there. Isn't that easy? So great. The glue dots are awesome. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we need to add the embellishments, and it says 5, 2 big ones and 3 little ones. All right, so 2 big ones. And I like using, with these, I feel like using the pokey tool is better. And I put 1 right here. Okay. And 1 right here. Isn't that so cute? And then I'm going to put, let's put a big one right there and a small one right here. I'm actually going to add, no, I'll just add another small one right there. Okay, there you go. Card 2. So this, as you can see, everything goes fairly quickly. Now we're going to make the last card. I love this ornament. I just think this ornament's so cute. Okay, so here is our layers, which are so awesome. I'm making a mess, aren't I? Okay, so we have our card layer. This is our card layer. We need to put that on. That's going to go like that. I'm just going to leave that there. And look at this. This is so cute. This is going to lay on top of here. How adorable. Isn't that so cute? I think it's, I mean, really, really cute. And then this goes on top of here. Isn't that so cute? But we're going to stamp Deck the Halls first. Deck the Halls. And don't forget to stamp the inside of your card. Okay? I'm not doing that right now, but I will go back and do it, but you can add whatever you want to the inside. Okay, so Deck the Halls, and we're going to stamp it and making sure I have all the coverage I need. Okay, now, and then I'm going to stamp Deck the Halls. All right, that's done. Okay, so now we're ready to put everything together. It's so great. So here you'll see where you need your tear and tape. Here's where you're going to need your glue dots, your tear and tape, glue dot, and also your embellishments, all right? I mean, this card, it's just, these cards come together so fast. All right, tear and tape, here we go. You don't need a lot of the tear and tape because it's really strong, which is so nice. Like I said, the tear and tape, you're not going to use the whole roll. Look how much you get left over, which is great because you can use it for anything, putting boxes together, doing fun folds if you like making those kind of cards. Okay. And then this is going to go layer right there. All right. Okay. Then we're going to adhere. I know I need a dimensional on, yes, right here at the end. And then I need a glue dot right here. Okay, so that piece is done. And then on here, I'm going to need glue dots here and here and over on the other side. And then I need a piece of tear and tape right there. Okay. So that's ready to be glued on here. So we're going to go ahead and take that off. Take off. I find these backings everywhere in my craft room. Everywhere. They'll be like on my clothes. I'll take my, they just fine, and they on my dog. I found them on my dog before. Hysterical. All right. Here we go. Okay. So now we're ready to adhere it onto here. So I'm just going to, so I'm making sure that this middle part there, and then you can adhere it's not going to fit flush. It seems like it goes over a little bit, but that's okay because we're going to add the holly on top of here. All right, so I need one here, there. Okay, so notice I have some left over, right? The edges. So I like to cut. I'm not going to go all the way around, but I go all the way around. And then so you use every little bit of this, which is so nice. Okay, and then I need 2 dimensionals. I'm gonna put one there. I might cut a little one right there. Okay, so now we're ready to adhere everything onto the card. Finished with all that. All right, so here we go. So we're going to start with the ornament first. All right. Okay. And I'm going to offset this, okay? I don't want it to be in the middle. I'm going to, what we call offset, I'm going to offset it to the right about there. Then I'm going to take door, it looks, or the topper of the ornament, and you'll notice, so I'm going to put it right about there, and the end, the little end, it'll be right flush against the top of the card. All right, and then I'm going to take the Deck the Halls sentiment, okay, and we're going to put it right about here. All right, there, done. And now we just need our embellishments. We need 3. We need a big one and 2 small ones. So big one we're going to put right here, and then a small one, and then another small one right about there. Okay, so we are all finished. It really, I just love it. It comes together so quickly. So let me move everything so we can see all of the cards, all 9 of the cards, which are so great. So here we have the 3 of the Deck the Halls. So you have 1. Put this out just a little bit. Okay. So here you got, here's this one, there's 2, and there's 3. So cute. All right, so you have those 3. Then you have your 3 joy to the world. So you 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then our last ones is the Merry Christmas. That one. So that's all 9 cards and the matching, don't forget the matching envelope. So I really hope you enjoyed seeing how easy that this is put together. Don't forget, you can go onto my website to check out all the information about joining Paper Pumpkin. If you have any questions, you can also DM me or leave a comment in the box. And don't forget to subscribe down below. And I really do appreciate it. I hope you have a great day and happy stamping.